Hello Pokemon trainers, I'm your host Doukora. You're probably wondering why I'm not recording while playing Pokemon Go. The reason is because I'm fed up with it. All the changes that have occurred with the last update, while mostly good, it's riled up a lot of hate. This has led me to upload my very first top 10 video. Now remember, this is all speculation, and if you don't agree with me on any of it, well, I have bad news. No one cares. Number 10. No activity in rural areas. We all know about this, and we don't understand why. All we know is that the areas where Pokemon should more likely be hiding are more or less not there, and instead they're in overly populated parks, practically begging to be caught. Number 9. Uncompatibility. Not many of you may know because your phones are up to date and not 4 generations behind, but imagine, if you will, you're in your 20s, life's hit you hard, you have nothing but bills piling up. To save money, you stop buying those fancy new phones and other things to add to your collection of, I didn't need to buy that. So now there's this game that came out, you waited practically all your life for it to come out, and it's not compatible with your phone. Number 8, no Safari Zone. Yeah, I know there's nests. Fine, I get it. But we don't all live near that freaking fantastic Dratini nest that Poketips Nick lives nearby in LA. Number 7, lack of depth. When this game was announced, I, like many other Poke enthusiasts, were expecting a mobile version of the main series games with real life implemented into it. Go into real tall grass, get ambushed by a Pokemon, send out my own Pokemon to battle, throw a Pokeball, catch it, go to real places, battle gyms, actually get a gym badge, and eventually compete in the Pokemon League and challenge the Elite Four. Where is all that? All we get are these useless gyms that are only good enough to give you 10 coins every day, every 22 hours, 21 hours. Why? And to top it off, we can only hold like 10 gyms. That doesn't make any sense. Just, let us battle each other. Forget the gyms. I don't care, Alright, number 6, candies. I, for one, hate the candy system. Why do I have to catch 101 Magikarp in order to grind 100 of them up and evolve the last one into a Gyarados? It's far easier just to train one in the main series to level 20, even though it only knows the move Splash, which is and it's freaking useless. Mind you, in this game it causes damage. Yeah, that makes sense. Number 5, difficulty catching easy Pokemon. I hate walking down the street hunting a rare Pokemon, then hearing one spawn only for it to be Pidgey number 1,000,001. Then to add insult to injury, it CP's 10, and then to rub salt on my already salty wounds, it pops out of my Pokeballs. I hate having to use more than one Pokeball on 10 CP anything. It's weak, it's useless short of grinding it into candy to maybe strengthen my Pidgeot that's so strong it now needs 3 Pidgey candies to power up, and I really don't need to waste any more time and effort on this. When I'm trying to hunt down a rare Pokemon that I don't have yet, like let's say Pikachu. Number 4, Pokemon distribution. It's interesting, it's awesome, but it really sucks that people like myself that are not planning to go to Europe to catch a Mr. Mime, if I had that kind of money, I'd probably have manufactured real life Pokemon. Maybe robotic androids, maybe? I don't know, but I'm sure as hell not going to be able to fly to Europe to catch a Mr. Mime, and it's going to be a huge pain in the ass to find someone who's willing to trade the only Mr. Mime they managed to catch when they went over there. Number 3, lack of tutorial. If not for Poketips Nick, I'd have never known about the curveball function or what the hell the rings mean. Number 2, super common Pokemon and hatching them. Now this is really 2 things, but they're very similar and both equally frustrating. I've caught enough Pidgey to open a Pidgey theme park and enough Rattata to find one not just in the top percentage, but is the top percentage. And hatching them is even worse when you're looking for starters to train and evolve. The starters, they evolve from 2 kilometers, and you walk 2 kilometers, you get that egg, you're like, yeah, and it's a fucking Pidgey. It's a fucking Rattata. It's a goddamn Caterpie. It's a Weedle. Why? Why is that a thing? Now, number one, the radar. So at the top of my list is what sparked the reason for me to start this top 10 video. It worked for a couple of days and then poof, it glitches out, makes me lose several rare Pokemon. Scyther, Magmar, Electabuzz, Jinx, Pikachu, several Squirtles, several Bulbasaur, and several Charmander. With the latest update, it's been removed. Okay, fine. So instead of having 3 paw prints, it has empty space. You know, when I was in grammar school and I was taking art classes, they taught me that empty space is empty space. You need to fill it. Otherwise, it's not the best you can do. If you don't fill that space, it's like a hole in your heart, you know. So I know they took it out, and Poketips Nick has explained to us that they said that it's all about the safety. But if you're gonna take something out, you're gonna have to change some features of the game and how the game works. You know, like I keep referencing Poketips Nick simply because he is like for me, he is the Pokemon master of Pokemon Go. He knows the ins and outs of it. He played the beta, and you know what? I'm glad he started his channel, and I follow him a lot. So I hope he sees this, and I'll give you guys. I'll try to add you know what? Just search him. Pokemon tips, Poketips, trainer tips. Sorry, I keep saying Poketips. Trainer tips. Look for trainer tips on YouTube. Just go in the search bar, trainer tips. He has like 28 videos now. He posts every day. Right? So, but like he said, you know, if I'm not actively tracking a Pokemon, then I should not have to have the app open. It's just eating my battery, and I'm just wasting time because I'm doing something I'd be doing anyway, walking around aimlessly in the park, down the street. It shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sub if you haven't, like if you did, dislike if you didn't, and if you disagree with or have anything you'd have added to my list, by all means, leave a comment. This is Doukora signing out.